Hey folks, Deano here again. This time with part 2 of my Black Hole Toys Solemn Valor version A review, otherwise known as the clean version of Majin Vegeta. So yeah, like I said in the part 1, this will be pretty much just me comparing the two Black Hole Toys releases that have, well, released thus far, at least. So yeah, we'll be taking a look at the faces, the accessories it comes with, and just the figures themselves. I also decided we'll throw in a couple of the 2.0 Vegeta molds. This guy is literally just here for fun. It is the Majin Vegeta mold, but obviously Super Saiyan 3. And yeah, as a little bonus at the end, I'll be showing you, because apparently I hate myself and would much rather destroy my figures for your amusement. Yeah, I'll be attempting to do what I did with Bardock, the DKO Bardock sculpts, and remove the M from one of the faces. Yeah, I honestly, I'm joking. I thought it was a really good idea. Just yeah, the thought of taking the M off is a bit blasphemous. Is that the word? Yeah, without further ado, let's get on into this, shall we? So yeah, in terms of the faces, it does come with the same faces between the two. Only difference really is the ketchup decals that's on him, which in Black Hole Toys defense does look really, really nice, but it's not very often we get decals on the faces for these figures. I mean, Tamashii, I don't think they've ever actually used the quote-unquote red decals at all. It's usually just scuff marks. But yeah, the only reason there's only 4 here is because the other two have zero differences whatsoever. They don't even have like the decals applied. So that would be this one here. If you would focus. Come on, there we go. The maniacal grin, and also this one here, the sweating just transformed look. So yeah, but overall they are functionally identical. Just as I said, decals are different. So yeah, and yes, we will be attempting to remove the M on this guy, because the clean Majin Vegeta, he never really got serious looking. He always had some sort of grin or smirk or laugh on him. It wasn't until he started fighting Majin Buu that he got serious. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So let's get this camera back up and start doing comparisons, shall we? So yeah, obviously I detailed the differences in part 1, but this time we'll do a proper comparison between the two. So yeah, as you can see, the hair is identical between the two. That goes for the windswept look as well. We start getting to differences when we come to the top of his torso. So obviously, top half is ripped and teared. There is a cut underneath his pec right there, and major difference is the shoulders. Point of contention on this guy is how big those shoulder sleeves are. He's not supposed to have any sleeves. The A version does fix that. It looks a lot better and a lot more streamlined. Not sure why they couldn't just use that same sculpt and put a couple of tears in it, but hey oh. We deal with what we have. Ab section is identical, even down to the sort of battle damage marks on it. Same with the crotch. Arms are also the same. It's just the B version has some cuts and scrapes on it there. Lower legs, pretty much the entire thing is new. As you can see, the leg on this side on B, completely torn away. That goes for both the top and the bottom. Because of how they've done the tear, it kind of looks a bit big at the top, but it's not. If you look in, it's just how they have like sculpted this. It could have been doing with being a bit further in, but it's fine, honestly. It really is. This side, we have another cut and rip. Lower half of the legs here, again, skin tone. I think all they've done there is use the same mold or the same sculpt, but done that in skin tone. In fact, I think that's actually what they've done with the top half as well. So this bit here is just like an overlay piece. Yeah, you can tell because there's the same scuff on both sides right here. You can see that. So yeah, literally all they've done is sculpt a rip piece that can go into his, what do you call it, his boots. Apologies if you can hear that in the background. For some reason we've had a lot of planes coming over today. I'm not sure why. It's not usually that loud. And yeah, boots are identical. So yeah, there are quite a few new pieces sculpted between them, but at the same time there's a lot of shared parts as well. So yeah, pick your poison, as it will. In terms of comparing to the old sculpt, this is the demoniacal fit Majin Vegeta sculpt, so slightly different to the official, in that there's skinnier legs. For some reason, demoniacal fit, the Vegeta molds, the legs were always not as muscly. I don't know how to describe it, it's weird. But yeah, this is obviously their mold with the Tonsnart Toys head on it. We already did the head swaps on the B version, so go and check that out if you haven't already. It does look nice on there, but ultimately I do still prefer TK's sculpt, quite honestly. Apart from this, I do kind of prefer the maniacal grin for this guy. But yeah, as you can see, there is literally no contest here, in my opinion. Like the 2.0 Majin Vegeta sculpt was never that good, in my opinion. It was more restricted than even standard 2.0 Vegetas. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. Like I said before, this one's only here for the lols, as it were. I just thought it would be funny because Demoniacal Fit did think to package Vegeta head with an M on this, which is quite funny. I do quite like it. But yeah, this is closer to the original Majin Vegeta colour scheme. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of difference there. A lot of difference. I did attempt to swap the necks. Obviously, Super Saiyan 3 necks are quite a bit different to the standard. I've just realised I've got a scuff on that Majin Vegeta head. Now that's a bit disappointing. I usually keep them safe in storage, but there you go. But yeah, the Super Saiyan 3 necks are usually different in that they're a really secure hinge going into the neck, but they also go into a ball joint at the base. So yeah, I tried it. It doesn't fit, unfortunately. So yeah, for those of you who were wondering, if you wanted a 3.0 Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta using this hair sculpt, I'm afraid you are out of luck. So yeah, overall, really, really nice. I would much prefer getting this in the future as opposed to any of the 2.0s. I hope Tamashii takes note of this and redoes their own Majin Vegeta. We will see how theirs ends up. But yeah, that'll do it for the main part of the review. Let's get on with destroying one of these faces, shall we? So, for those of you who have not watched my DKO Bardock custom review, you can use isopropyl alcohol. That can rub off decals as well. But obviously, if you have this to hand, this works also. This is a Gundam marker eraser, which is technically meant for like the chemical-based panel liners. In fact, the one that I have came in this pack with all the different colours. Port-type markers, they are. You can buy this separately as well. It is GM300. It's basically a solvent, very similar to isopropyl alcohol. And yeah, it will get rid of decals in just the same way. And it is a bit of a lifesaver. So what I always do is never use the pen itself. Just treat this as an applicator. So what I do is I just dab it, lock him out there. That went all over my fingers, that's lovely. One quick jump cut later. Obviously, when you get solvents on your hands or anything like that, immediately wash them off. You never know what could react with your skin. Technically, I really should have gloves on, but that is just me. So yeah, all I did was popped some of the solvent onto the end of a cotton bud, and now all we do is start rubbing away. And you have to be very careful at this bit because you don't want to remove any of the other decals that's on here. It should start coming off eventually. Obviously the solvent has to react with it first of all. So what we'll do is bear with me. There we go. As you can see, it's starting to come off. This is a much stronger ink that they've used with this decal than normal. So I'll just rub the rest off screen. It's just perseverance and it will come off. So yeah, bear with me. Whew, that was a bit more difficult than before by any means. But I have managed to take the M off. Unfortunately, I also had to take off the sort of decals around it because they sort of overlapped. So yeah, a bit disappointing. Plus we still have the veins, which yeah, not the greatest to be honest, but yeah, let's try it anyway. See how it looks, because at the end of the day, if it gives more posing options, then it is worth it. There we go. Let's pop that on there and pop that in like so. So yeah, I mean that doesn't look terrible. The forehead does look a bit barren, obviously because, well, we don't have any of the decals that were there before. But yeah, I could see that working. You could probably get away with that, to be honest. But yeah, that's kind of confirmed for me that I won't be doing that with any of the other faces. Just because it doesn't really seem worth it to me. Yeah, it's not a terrible mod by any means, but it's not like Bardock where it instantly transforms it into a different character. Yeah, it still ends up looking a little bit awkward, to say the least. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this quick little part 2 video. Stay tuned. I will have more videos coming out this week. including, spoilers, this guy. And no, that was not the official, before you ask. So yeah, guys, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. As I said before, link is in the description if you wish to purchase either of these versions or either of the two that haven't yet released. And until next time, guys, I'll see y'all later.